Let's hear now from someone who's getting in touch about the subject of the pro-Palestinian protest. We have Darren in Hertfordshire. Hello, Darren.
Hey, Julia, how's it going?
Very well indeed. Thank you so much for joining me on my first, well, back on the mid-morning slot. Appreciate you getting in touch. What do you reckon on these calls for the Met Chief to ban these protests? Do you think they should be banned completely, maybe just around the Cenotaph? What do you think?
Well, I'm a veteran of 9 years service as an army commando. I'm actually going to be in London for a service at Westminster Abbey on the 11th.
That's this Saturday,
Day. Yeah, on the Saturday, and then I'm going to be at the Cenotaph on the Sunday. And I'm angry, but I'm also nervous because what you've got is you have a bunch of squaddies, old soldiers, etc. on the Saturday going to this service to commemorate their fallen and loved ones and friends, etc. And there's potential for however many thousands of supporters to turn up. And all it's going to take is one or two of these at the time that we're leaving the Abbey for people to maybe throw a flag or throw some paint over something or a flag over Churchill or something like that. And God, it's going to be awful. It's going to be absolutely awful. And we fought for the right for these people to protest. And, why can't they just have some respect for what we did for them to allow them to do this? And actually go, you know what, we're not going to do it today. Yeah. Or the Met to say, let's just go somewhere else. Let's divert them round the top end of Hyde Park.
Yeah, but you don't have a God-given right to protest when you want, where you want. There are rules. You have to get in touch. There are actually rules about when you can protest and where you can protest. Now, look, no one's saying, well, no, actually, look, some people, to be fair, are getting in touch saying there shouldn't be these protests. I've got no problem with these protests. I don't like them. I think they shouldn't be so intimidatory. I'm not a fan of people being allowed to take over tube journeys or train stations, intimidating people going about their lawful daily business. There are plenty of places where people can protest where they're not actually impinging on other people's right to go about their daily business. But Armistice Day, Remembrance Sunday, this is almost sacred in our calendar, isn't it? And I'm sure lots of people watching and listening want to say to you, Darren, thank you for your service. Thank you for doing the scary, dangerous stuff that most of us armchair generals don't have the guts to do. And we should be listening to people like you.
Well, and, it's all about walk a mile in your shoes, and I was in the first Gulf and it was, horrendous in points and mad and funny in others. But, people should just have some respect. Just have some respect and go, you know what, this is a day for these guys and these girls and, to commemorate the fallen, commemorate their families, friends, loved ones, and just have some respect. Just go somewhere else. And to be honest, if they're looking at hearts and minds of people, if they said, actually, this is what we're going to do, they might actually win a bit more proper support,
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. Absolutely. Darren, really, really appreciate you getting in touch.